Dolphins at midnight. Dolphins at midnight. It's 12:01 a.m. here at the Dolphin House. Welcome to the ones who dream. And welcome to the non-dreamers. Like listeners, if you can't remember your dreams, you are still welcome at Dolphins at Midnight. If you, quote, don't have dreams, unquote, or you're one of those people who think dreams are, quote, total unquote, you are still welcome at Dolphins at Midnight. You do not have to drink our cat cult Kool-Aid and get high on dolphin endorphins to be in our hearts. And if you want to just keep sleeping, dead as a doornail, no dreams ever, that is totally understandable. I mean, the world is pretty insane right now. If you were to think about it as a taco, it would be like a full taco that the tortilla is like soggy and all the ingredients are about to like fall all over the floor. And that is just not the moment where you're like, oh, I'm going to add a mutilated sea turtle to this taco. Do you guys remember the mutilated sea turtle from episode 3? It kind of haunts me. But, as they say, if you keep hanging out with your goth friend, at some point, you're going to end up with your lip pierced. It's just universal law. So don't be surprised, listeners, if we start to, rub our dreaming off on you the way that hemp patchouli guy saturates the upholstery of the whole Greyhound bus. And then you wake up on that bus, God knows where, with a dream about God knows what, and your life is forever changed. All because you started listening to Dolphins at Midnight. And you just can't go on eating tacos like you used to because now you have a lip ring. But amidst this warning, Porsha and Mara say it's going to be a super fun Dream Bus episode tonight. They promise you. So grab your goth bestie. Meet us at the Greyhound station for this very special episode known as Truly Patchouli Dream Schooly, courtesy of Mars and Porsha, Miami the Dolphin, and your host, that's me, Kimmy K. This is Dolphins at Midnight, episode 6. Welcome to Cat Chat. I was very much looking forward to talking about how the Lakers finally won a game or how Erewhon just added a dating section to their online grocery ordering app. So you don't have to go through that awkwardness of like finding out 2 months into the relationship that they like pistachio milk instead of raw goat milk. I mean, nobody in LA has time to go down those false leads. But as you know, the cats are in charge here on the podcast, so I am completely beholden to what they want to talk about. And they want to talk about the writer's room. They want to take us behind the scenes here at the Dolphin House, where we have a giant whiteboard. And so each week we jot out our ideas and lists and little skits, and then we vote on what we want to talk about on the show. But this week I walked into the room and Porsha had written in gigantic letters across a whole whiteboard, "Humans need help." So I asked her what gives, and she said, we are getting flooded with DMs from people saying they don't remember their dreams, they don't dream anymore, they don't know what to do. She got so concerned by this, by the sheer numbers of you that aren't dreaming. And her eyes were like really deep and circular and sad. And she said this: dreams are equal to the heart of the world. If you can't hear that heart, then you can't hear it. And then she went on this long monologue where she was saying if humans stop dreaming, then they put all the pressure on the animals and the insects to dream. And even though the mammals, they can do that. I mean, spiders even dream, she said. And I fact-checked her because, who knows? And she's totally right. They do. Their bodies quiver like they're dreaming. And they have really super tiny bodies. So their dreams can't get big like humans' dreams are big. So they just would combust from the dream force. So humans have to hold the human-sized dreams. We can't just outsource our dreaming onto like the beautiful beings of the world. And Mars agreed because he was totally distracted by the iridescent crinkle ball. So here we are. Basically, Porsha is in charge here tonight, and she is determined to get your dreaming libido back. Welcome to Truly Patchouli Dream Schooly, where the most popular kids are the dreamers. So here we go. These are 3 distinct dreaming drills. This is basically like a HIIT workout for dream time that you can do anytime that your dreaming needs a boost. The cats say, let's go. Dream drill number 1 from Mars. Say so, super stuff. Okay, to save our imagination from a world confined to reality TV and emojis, this will fix it, so says Mars. All that happens in this game is that I say a word or phrase that starts with an S, and then you say a word or phrase that starts with an S from your imagination, like the first thing that comes to your mind. You say it fast and you say it loud, and the only way to lose is to not say stuff. You have to, because that's what the game is called. Say so super stuff. Say so super stuff. So super stuff. So super stuff. So let's say I say sardines, and you say salty or sexy or sperm or whatever. I don't care. Neither does Mars, as long as it's something. Okay, here we go. Say so super stuff. Round 1. Stilettos. Spaghetti. Serial killer. Sylvester Stallone. Sextuplets. Stevie Wonder. Soap suds. Sorceress. Sex. Starfish. Steven Tyler. SpongeBob SquarePants. Stone Temple Pilots. Okay, this is the finale, so really listen closely. Selfish shellfish. Okay, great. Do you feel your imagination? It's stretching a little bit, right? It's probably like warm and you're having some like synapses. That could have been a word too, synapse. So Mars is going to tally our score. Scale of 1 to 10. Mars gave us a 4.875. Okay, thank you, Mars. Dream drill number 2 from Porsha. This is known as the Dream Queen. This is Porsha's go-to dream drill. All you do is repeat this phrase 8 times. That's it. The phrase is, I dream the queen and I queen the dream. These are her notes. This will fix any undreamer. You do this until you enter the dream queen frequency, and then you live there. Humans don't do this while driving, especially a Tesla. The dream queen frequency is counter Tesla. The ego of the Tesla will dissolve, and there will be nothing left to drive in. Okay, with that, just relax your body, and here we go. 8 times, join me. I dream the queen, and I queen the dream. I dream the queen, and I queen the dream. I dream the queen, and I queen the dream. I dream the queen, and I queen the dream. I dream the queen, and I queen the dream. I dream the queen, and I queen the dream. feel that, listeners? Like you just witnessed dolphins at midnight moving from a dream interpretation podcast to a cult. Congratulations. You were here when it happened. Okay, last one. Dream drill number 3 from Miami the Dolphin. This is called Say My Name, Say My Name. On behalf of all the dolphins and Destiny's Child. All you do is find your dolphin name. And you do this by chirping or clicking your name, like the syllables. And you just start, like, I'll do my name. Okay, Kimmy K. There it is. Are you doing it? Keep doing it. There it is. I think that's my name. If I were to try, say, like, Timothy Chalamet. More and more, you pretend like you're a dolphin. Like, imagine you're just clicking and spinning in the water and just keep going and get, like, really, really into it. That's Timothy Chalamet, I think. Timothy Chalamet, if you're out there, can you hear us? If you got it, if you really got it, just record a voice memo and then you just DM it to us, your dolphin name. And we can make like a listener dolphin montage song name for season 2. It would be like if Enya and Destiny's Child had a child. This is a really big deal, you guys, because once you know your dream name, Miami says the dolphins will start to send you more good dreams. So at night when you're falling asleep, just say your dream name so those dolphins know exactly who you are and where you are, and then they can deliver that dream. We are only into things that actually produce results here at the Dolphin House. So time to test the dream drill theories. Dreamcaller, if you are out there tonight, please give us a call on the cat phone. Hello, dreamer. Welcome to Dolphins at Midnight.
Hi.
You will be henceforth known as Dreamcaller number 6. And although your identity will remain anonymous, will you tell us what location you're calling from tonight?
Yes, I'm calling from the Canarian Islands. It's an island called La Gomera. It's right next to Africa.
Wow, and is that where you live?
And, no, it's not where I live. That's where I kind of escaped from the city life in Berlin. I live in Berlin.
Okay, beautiful. So you're our first dream caller that's called us from an island.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Awesome.
Have you noticed any shifts in your dreams since being on the island?
Yeah, but I feel like my dreams are getting weirder, actually. They're getting weirder.
Okay, great. Okay, so I want to share with you a few tips on how to speak your dream on the show tonight. Number 1, please share your dream like it's a story in the present tense. For example,
okay.
I'm brushing my sister's hair, or I'm wearing a purple snowsuit, etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Second, let the dream speak for itself entirely. There's no need to explain why you picked it or what you think of it or what you think the symbols mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then last, this is a very important one. When your dream speaking is finished, please indicate the completion of the dream with the phrase, I am complete. Those 3 words are like a magical code, and they create this chain response between myself and the cats and the dolphins. The
Okay, cool.
The dolphins will then know that the dream mirroring can begin.
Okay, awesome.
You have all that?
I have all that, and I'm scared of
Okay, great. So, let us begin. Dreamcaller number 6, please share with us your dream.
I'm in the water. I'm in the ocean. In front of me, I see a whale in a vertical position, and the whale is sleeping. And I'm asking myself, what is it dreaming of today? And as I'm asking this question, the whale opens his eye. I'm diving in his eye, and now I'm standing on a field. And the sky is purple, and I'm naked, and on my left, I'm holding myself as a little boy, and on my right hand, I'm holding my daughter. And as I'm saying this, I'm already getting emotional, and I feel great responsibility inside my heart. I feel strong and very vulnerable, and I feel tears in my eye, and we start to walk together. And now we come to a beach, and there's the ocean. I see the ocean, and next to the beach there's a lake. So there's a salt water, and there seems to be the sweet water. And once in a while they touch each other. They kind of like kiss each other. And now I see a sketchbook lying in the sand, and I open it, and there's an image drawn with a pencil, but the image is not fixed. It's moving all the time. I see an angel that is about to drown in the water, and he tries to escape, but there are hands that grab him and try to pull him down. The hands, there are like uncountable many hands. There seem to be like millions of hands that grab his flesh, and he's already bleeding, and they pull out his feathers, and he's screaming and crying, and he's literally dying in front of my eyes. And every time I think he is dead, he continues to fight and to escape the water again, and it's an endless fight. And I'm complete.
Dreamcaller number 6, we hear your dream and we thank you for sharing it.
Thank you for letting me share it.
I have a few questions from the cats. Mars wants to know more about the sketchbook. Can you tell us anything about it? Like, is it a new sketchbook? Do you recognize it?
It's my own sketchbook. I never had a sketchbook, but since a few months I have my first own sketchbook, and it feels like every time I open it, it's like a different universe. It kind of feels like coming home.
Okay, great. Thank you. And just for clarity, that entire final image of the angel and the hands pulling it down into the water, that was all within the sketchbook. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Was there a final image in the sketchbook, or was it still moving?
There was a final image, and I also already drew it yesterday in my sketchbook. It's the angel rising up his two hands and screaming into the sky while thousands of hands pull him down.
Okay, great. Thank you. One more question from Mars. He wants to know if the daughter and the young self are the same age.
Yes, they're the same age.
And do they seem to know each other? Or are they independent?
It kind of feels like, because we are holding hands, it feels like we are one body somehow. So they know each other, yeah?
And how old would you say that they both were in the dream?
They were 2 to 3.
Okay. I'm going to tune into Porsha. I think she'll have some more questions that'll go a little bit deeper into the dream. Just one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Porsha wants to know if you had to pick a word or phrase just intuitively, first thought, best thought, to describe what that whale is at the beginning, what would you say?
The whale?
Yes.
Beauty.
And she wants to know, what do you think about going into its eye?
It's like, I remember it's like a scary moment to do it. And something inside of me knows when I dive inside there are treasures inside the whale.
And do you slide easily into the whale's eye?
Yeah, it's easily.
Okay, one more question from Porsha. She wants to know about standing naked in the field. Can you think of something in your life that feels like that? That same feeling. What was it like to be standing naked in that field?
The first thing that came to mind now is doing this call now, to show myself, to be, not to hide behind a mask. And when 1 million masks that I'm hiding behind, and it's touching, it's like I get a taste of what it could mean to be a human being, and not to hide anymore.
Thank you.
Can I say one more thing about the whale?
Yes, please, that'd be great.
Because the first moment when I get into the whale, there's a moment where I'm also scared when I'm in the whale. And it felt like I'm in a dark room for a moment, kind of like a bunker. There are no windows. And it's like too scary to stay in this bunker. And then I see, there's a little light, and then I step out and I'm on the field.
I see. Thank you for the distinction. And Porsha's also wondering, if you had to guess, how did the whale get vertical?
That's a good question. I mean, it's just such a beautiful image. And how did it get vertical?
Is it sleeping in the dream?
It's sleeping, yeah. It's sleeping.
With its eye open?
It's closed. But as soon as I ask the question, what is it dreaming of today, then it opens the eye.
I see. So you're asking the question, what is the whale dreaming of? It opens its eye, and that allows you to enter it, go through the bunker into the field. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to drop into the dolphins now. They're going to offer a dreaming mirror. So for this part, you can just sit back and close your eyes and take it in as a kind of response or a blessing, so to speak. Dreamcaller number 6. We are the dolphins. We hear your dream and we offer you our dreaming mirror. There are millions of whales, millions of masks, and millions of hands. Yet there is one whale that positions itself vertically so the dream can occur. There is one field and one you
that reaches out 2 hands to hold these twin beings. This is a diagram of your dreaming spirit. The you that is willing to stand in the field, vertical, upright, spine moving towards heaven, spine moving towards earth. The weight of the small beings in your arms is not lost on us. We feel it with you, and we, in our way of loving you, take the extra weight from you now, so your arms are not heavy and heart unburdened. This, our friend, allows those beings to grow, finding their own feet and their own verticality. Everyone standing in the purple field. This is a new formation. This is a new drawing. This prayer, this new family shape. The spine is stronger now. The heart louder now. The whale wakes and it swims again, as it does so well and always will. Blessings to you, dreamer. We are the dolphins and we are complete. Dreamcaller number 6. That wraps the dream call portion of the show. And I want to thank you infinitely for the courage to share your dream with us tonight.
I'm just incredibly moved. Thank you so much.
Blessings to the dreamer and the dream. Until next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.
What can be said about the dream of the vertical sleeping whale sent to us from a German dream caller on the Canary Islands? And so tonight I'm going to go to bed with that image of the whale's eye and see if I can dive into it in my own dream world, because it's like the levee wants to break in this dream. I can feel it. And it had to do with that lake, the moment in the dream where the lake and the ocean were touching. So we got to go back to that moment. It's time for a dream rewind.
And there's the ocean. I see the ocean. And next to the beach there's a lake. So there's a salt water and there seems to be the sweet water. And once in a while they touch each other. They kind of like kiss each other.
The morning after. Okay, it is a new day here at the Dolphin House. The dream delivered a fucking gem. And here's the voice memo I recorded at dawn. I'm watching 2 performers on the stage. They're standing really close to each other and touching noses. And I realized that they're enacting the dream. One of them is pretending to be the ocean, and the other is pretending to be the freshwater lake. And they're trying to show us something about what happens when the 2 bodies of water come in contact and how it's healing or repairing
something in a relationship. They stand like this for a long time, and then they start to move their noses across the other's face and chin and necks. It's very sensual and slow and loving, and it feels like they're fixing something. And they come to rest again with just the very tip of the noses touching, and this is how the performance ends. I'm complete.
Okay, so let's look at this dream like alchemists would. We have these two beings, these two entities, the salt water and the fresh water, which interestingly the dreamer called sweet water. So we have opposites, sweet and salty. Sweetness or sugar in alchemy being that attractant or nectar, and salt, the salt sapiens in alchemy is known as wise salt that you accrue over time. It's old wisdom, brined wisdom. But they're these two separate beings, and they're trying to interact and connect and heal the rift and the misunderstandings and the distance between the opposites. And yes, there is definitely a teaching here for the dreamcaller, likely some relationship that wants that intimate mending. And then for us, the collective, through this Canary Island dreamcaller, we are prompted to imagine the thing that's causing the rift in our life, person, place, thing, and stand close to it and touch noses gently. I mean, imagine what that would be like. We could maybe heal the whole world. You could do it with your cat or BFF or lover or your goth bestie in the Greyhound bus. Just do it, because we got to heal this salty sweet rift. We got to become salted caramel apple pie. That is a takeaway from the dreamer. Or, you know what a second takeaway is actually, which is probably the deepest dream message. This dream is depicting the identity crisis of the LA Lakers. The fact that they are here. Okay, just hold on. Just stay with me, because this is important. The fact that they're here by the ocean, saltwater in LA, but their origin is the freshwater lakes, the Lakers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just re-listen to episode 2. So if, let's say I was hired as, let's say, a dream therapist for the LA Lakers, the first thing that I would have them do is stand in a line facing each other and then gently touch noses. And they just stay there for a long time. And then slowly they slide their noses around each other's faces and chins, and then their necks, and then they keep standing there. And you know what? I would put $1 million on it, friends. If they did that with each other just for a minute or two before each game, they would at least be able to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes. It's true. Sweet dreams are made of these: vertical whales, sketchbooks, salt, and Greyhound buses. Thank you to the Canary Islands Dreamcaller, to Porsha, Mars, Miami the Dolphin, and to you listeners. Love you all so much. See you next time at midnight.